Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm very excited to have you here for this one because today I'm going to be sharing with you a concept I wish I knew ages ago. Alright, that you see great players use all the time. I recognise it all the time now. And it's how players are able to take simple chord progressions and do something really cool with them. You know, they'll be able to play up the neck. You ever had that feeling when you've learned a song, you've learned the chords, you're playing them, and then you see, a professional play it, and you're like, they're playing something completely different, and it sounds a lot better. What are they doing? Hopefully, this is going to answer some of those questions. So, if you're a player that's generally stuck to the first three frets of the fretboard, this is going to help you. Also, if you generally play acoustic and you're trying to play electric and you're finding that it's not translating so well, this should hopefully help you out as well. It sure did for me. Now, if you've got an acoustic guitar, you don't have an electric, that's fine, because this is generally how I play acoustic now as well. I generally play acoustic like an electric these days. So that's fine. But all we're going to do today is we're going to take a simple chord progression, a C, an E minor, a C and a G, again a C, E minor, C, E minor, a C and a G. I can get it right. C, E minor, C, G, C, E minor, C, G. That's it. But we're going to play it, a lot better than that. Okay, and I'm going to explain exactly what I'm doing so you can take this and adapt it to your playing. Now, some of you might feel pushed outside your comfort zone with some of the things I'm going to show you here. Each little part of it is a little gem, alright? And if you practice it, it can change the way that you play a guitar and that you approach the guitar and broaden your horizons and make you a better player. So I encourage you to stick with it. Okay, so we're going to sing chords rather than play them. So the first part, C, E minor, C and a G. We're going to play it like this. Alright. So a few different things happening here, right? The first part we've got this. Alright. And basically all I'm doing here is I got this little double stop here. And if you look at these two notes here, they're basically out of the C chord, alright? Which is the big bar chord. And then we're taking this note here, which is the D note, taken right out of the pentatonic scale as well, behind here. Alright, so we're hammering on from 7 to 9. And getting the G and B with my fingers here, my index and middle. And back again. Now, what adds a little something to this, if you can get your thumb over on the C note here, the 8th fret and the low E, to give it that bass. Now you can play this with a pick as well. You couldn't get the bass as well. This is why I'm using my fingers, so I can get that bass. Right, so try your best to get your thumb over. If not, then just attempt it without that. Still sounds nice. Alright, now after that I'm going to get the 9th fret and the D. I only get that note, the bass note once, and then I'm going to do this little thing. What am I doing? That. Alright, and again I'm getting the bass note here, the E, by getting just the low E ringing out, and I'm hammering on from 7 to 9. And I'm barring the G, the D and the G on the 7th, and hammering on to 9 on the D, and getting that low E. And the way I think about this is I'm taking a C and an E minor, or an E minor 7, really. Alright, but playing it a lot cooler. More melody to it, right? It's almost like you're singing it. Okay, so that's that part. Then I'm going to do this. So basically I'm sliding from 9 to 7 without going off pitch, and then pulling off to 5, and then 7 on the E. Now if you want tabs for this, there will be tab available on my site. You just need to click the link in the description. If you want to support the channel, it's $3 per month for my videos with tabs, so you can check that out if you like. Right, so slide back, pull off, to 5, then 7 on the A, and then I'm going to do this. Alright, which is basically, I'm getting the A shape. This is basically a C chord, right? I've got this triad here on the 3rd fret, and I'm also getting my 3rd finger here on the D. Sorry, the A string. Alright, this is the 7th fret. Okay, and then I'm going to slide in to my G chord, right? Which is 3 on the B, 4 on the G, 5 on the D. Which is basically just a version of this bigger bar chord, right? And again, I'm getting that bass note with my thumb on the 3rd fret. You could even strum that because your thumb generally mutes the A string. But again, if you don't want to use your thumb, well, from here actually. So again, if you don't want to use the thumb, still sounds cool, you just don't get the bass notes, alright? But try your best to get that in. So far, we've got this. Alright, so there, all I'm doing is sliding into that G, 2, A4 on the G string, 3 on the B. And I'm just getting notes from that chord basically. So. And then I'm in the next part, it's going to sound like this. Alright, and I'm basically playing the exact same thing again. C, E minor, C, and G. But this time, I slide my thumb into that same shape basically as the G here, but on the 8th, 9th, and 10th fret. And I also bar get the high E there. I got that little strum. And then I get the E minor chord just by getting these bottom 3 strings here on the 12th fret. And this, guys, really is the trick. It's finding these chords all over the fretboard and then identifying what scale they're in. Alright, you could also do this like that. You could get the low E and the high E and B together. That sounds really nice, right? And then, now this is right out of shape 1 pentatonic scale, and you've got this triad here. Again, just a little snippet from that bigger E minor chord. On that, you've also got shape 1 pentatonic. Alright, which is. I do that. I use my fingers here actually. So I've not got a pick. And I slide, I bend that G string up on the 14th fret, back down, pull off to 12, and then 14 on the D. Okay, so. And then. Again, I bar this, they make this A shape on the 12th fret, and I hammer on to this other triad, which is basically a C chord. I've taken out the big C shape. Now this is a C, just like this is a C, alright, but we are at the next octave, 12 frets up. And we're playing a C again, using the C shape. Again, guys, this is overwhelming for you if you're getting lost in some of the theory. You know, this is the kind of stuff, this is my jam, alright? This is what I teach my private students. This is how you unlock the fretboard. So you can work with me, I'm taking on new students, you can apply, and I'll set you up in a program that's designed to get you there, step by step, aha moment by aha moment, with feedback and weekly sessions with myself. Anyways, otherwise, you know, this is basically what we're doing. Okay, so this middle finger on 13 on the B, third finger on 14 on the D, then back to the G chord. This is just a G triad, so we're hammering on from G to C and then back to G. And this is a great way to change chords. I could do it over here, A to D, See, again, famous players do this all the time. So that part again. Or again, you could go the... And again, you use the pick your fingers, whatever you like. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go through a little playthrough with everything. And hope you enjoy it. Again, if you want tabs for this, there's a link to it in the description. If you want to work with me, then you can check out the links there as well. Or you can watch some of the videos I'm going to post at the end to give you a better idea of what that looks like. Alright guys, take it easy, and I'll see you soon.